We are live. This is a Chuck Jones Show. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Soon to be live on the Podbean. And we're going to do a podcast. How's it going, Steve?
Those were the days.
Okay. Well, I guess we might as well launch right into this. So,
Do you remember that show?
those were the days. That would be All in the Family.
Ooh, that was close. You almost messed that one up.
I almost said the Jeffersons, which would have been close.
Well, they did do shows together.
Yeah, it was the Jeffersons was a spinoff.
Yeah.
Right.
But they did combine shows after they were separate shows.
They did.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, that being said,
Sorry,
let's.
I'm blowing your mind.
Here
I
we
know
go.
About
All right. Here we go.
older show.
Here we go.
Excuse me.
All quiet on the set. We got to start a podcast. Here we go.
You freaking freaks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
You're listening to The Chuck Jones Show. Talk radio just for you. This is an iHeartRadio podcast. And now, quarantined away somewhere in Northeast Ohio, live from the Discount Wheelie Studio, here's your hosts, Chuck Jones and Steve.
I like the way he says, and Steve.
Hello.
How do you feel about that, Steve?
I feel good about life right now.
Yeah, that's good. So, this is the Chuck Jones Show. This is Talk Radio just for you. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you. We are live on Podbean, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome, Michelle and Anchor, who's not there yet, but he will be. Gloria and another Michelle on Facebook, who I'm a little disappointed already because I thought I found the right button to click to solve our volume problem between you and I on Facebook.
I'm still loud.
Well, we got a message saying my volume is very low, which I would assume means that yours is probably normal. So
Great.
apparently that button I clicked didn't fix it. So blah.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. I don't know what to do about it because the volume everywhere else is right. So, and what I hear in my headphones and what is going to be on the podcast for download later tonight will be good. So, sorry if it's not great on Facebook. I will again put the nose to the grindstone and try and figure out why we have an issue like that. So, it's always something, right?
Those were the days.
boys are women.
Mhm.
Yep. So,
Songs that made the hit parade.
nice.
Guys like us, we had it made.
Those
were
the days. Yep.
Mhm.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
Yep.
So on tonight's show, also if you want to join the conversation about anything, 330-474-9833 or Podbean, of course. I'm sure Enrique will be calling later.
Enrique.
Or what was the guy last week? Eric, I think was his name,
Trailer Sam.
from Georgia.
Trailer Sam.
We have two Michelles listening, one on YouTube and one on Facebook. I appreciate all the Michelles that listen to this show.
You think they're friends?
I don't think they're friends because I know the Michelle on Facebook is in Seattle, Washington,
Oh.
and the Michelle on YouTube is in the Boston area. I don't think Boston lives right in, or Michelle lives right in Boston. But anyway,
Close enough.
Steve, how's it going?
Hey, man. I'm living the dream over here, buddy.
That's it.
That's all I'm doing.
That's it.
Yeah. Staying safe. Not getting in contact with people. Watching our governor get pooped on by other people because they want everything to be open. Eagerly awaiting Friday for my first haircut in 2.5 months. Yeah, that's kind of it. My grays are showing a lot more that my hair is so long. A lot of people have been noticing. I don't like that.
Grays. You have
Yeah, I
gray
don't know
hair?
if you would know anything about having gray hair.
No, I don't.
Yeah, my grays are growing.
Huh.
I don't like it.
So obviously you screwed something up on YouTube because when I just left a comment and it's the Leroy and Earl show. So I don't know what you did over there, but
Oh, I was logged into the main account for a second though, right before you went live.
well, I had already left some comments, and it says the Chuck Jones show, and then
Yeah.
now I just left a comment and it's going as the Leroy and Earl show. So
Well, I logged out. You probably have to log back in or switch accounts. I didn't know it would kick you out.
well, it's wow.
Technology.
Wow.
Anyway,
So
gray
on tonight's
hair, gray
on
hair.
tonight's show, you got gray hair. I got gray hair. I mean, you're too young to have gray hair.
Not true.
No. All right.
Not true.
I know I didn't get
Stress, man. Stress can cause it.
stress. Yeah. You are looking like you need a haircut.
2.5 months, dude.
Jeez. Jeez.
It's been real, bro.
My wife cuts my hair, so I haven't been to a barber shop in, I don't know, 15 years, 20 years. I don't know. A long time. So,
I wonder why your hair was kind of jacked up.
yeah. Wow. Wait till my wife hears this show.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'd like to welcome the Leroy and Earl show to YouTube. They're listening to us, apparently, because they're leaving comments.
Hey, good for them.
Yeah. On tonight's show, we're going to talk about, obviously, the coronavirus just real quick because I don't want to spend too much time on it. And then we got a few things to talk, other things to talk about, and we're going to play the Alexa game. So I know by the look on your face, and I knew I didn't even have to ask if you would be ready to do it. So I have a backup plan to try and play the Alexa game. Oh, should I go ahead and let you say it? Are you prepared to play the Alexa game, Steve? Steve?
Yes. What's up?
Are you prepared to play the Alexa game?
What's up?
So he's not prepared to play the Alexa game. And every week for the last month, we've got a tweet from Anchor and Michelle wanting us to play the Alexa game. So we've got to do it tonight. And I've got a plan. I think it'll work. So here's what we're going to do. Obviously, I can ask Alexa a question and I can play it. So what we're going to do is when it's your turn, I'm going to turn up my studio monitor and mute my mic. And so it should pick up your voice.
Okay.
We'll see if it works. We're trying something new live here on air, something I've never done before. It's a joke. I've done thousands of things for the first time live on the air, and it
That's very true.
rarely ever goes well. So we'll just see. We'll see. But we got to please the fans, Steve.
Okay.
I mean, half of the audience that listens to the show wants to hear the Alexa game.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I have the cord here. I could try to set up some
No,
things during our commercial break. I don't know if it's going to work, though.
I really think this is going to work. Although, yeah, you should be able to hear it. We could test it right now. Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
When I point, can you see me?
I always can see.
I don't think so because you didn't react at all when I put up the during the intro. I put this up. It says the Alexa game, and you didn't react at all. So that made me think
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
you can't hear me. What a liar! Wow. I tell you, co-hosts are
They're hard to come by.
it's hard to find a good co-host. Still looking for one. I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
That's messed up, dude.
So we're going to test this here. So when I point to you, just ask Alexa anything like what time is it or what's the weather. Ready? So,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alexa.
Go ahead. Do it now.
Did it work?
Do it now.
Alexa. Buy a bunch of toilet paper.
Due to high demand, Things like paper towels, hand sanitizer, and toilet paper have limited availability. For
Damn it,
now,
I
go
wish
to
your account
Amazon
was-
to search for these items.
Okay, so it works. So we can do it.
All right.
You just have to know you can't see it light up. So when you say Alexa, just basically count 1, 2, 3, and then ask your question.
Alexa, buy me a new car.
Yeah. So we'll do that in a minute here. We'll give it a shot at the Alexa game on the Chuck Jones Show. So I got a question, Steve, for you about coronavirus statistics.
Okay.
It's for me anyway. It seems like, for those that don't know, you and I work at the same place, and they have set up a furlough program to where we work a week on, and then we're home for a week, either working from home or doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on opposite weeks. So I don't know about for you, but for me, when I'm on my week off, I don't pay any attention to what's going on. I forget that there's even a coronavirus thing going on until I go to the store and I'm going to put on a mask or whatever. But I don't really, get into the news. When I'm a work week, I seem to be more, I guess, because I'm in an office and there's people talking and there's news, and I guess, I don't know. But so it's like every Monday now that I go back to work, I'm like, oh, crap. Wow, those are that's a lot more numbers. That's a lot of people that have bit the bucket there, bit the bucket. So, but I was looking at the stats today, and I thought I got to talk to Steve about this. I don't understand this. I bet Steve knows. If Steve doesn't know, I guarantee Anchor and Michelle will know, because they're all knowing, right? So they always have these stats where it goes like this. The COVID-19 U.S. confirmed cases, 100.4 million confirmed U.S. cases, 237,000 recovered, 83,115 deaths. So my question is, that leaves over 1 million people that aren't categorized. So you got 1.4 that confirmed had COVID-19. 237,000 recovered and 85,000 died. What happened to the other 1 million? They didn't recover and they didn't die. So they still have it? I don't get it.
Well,
Steve?
it depends. I mean, it's in the system for 2 weeks, supposedly. So maybe they're like still in the incubation period.
Maybe. But it's like it seems like a huge difference. Like, that's a lot of people that aren't categorized as anything other
Right.
Other than that they were diagnosed with it.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like too huge of a number. If only 85,000, which isn't, I know I say only like it's nothing, but it is a small percentage of 1.4 million. But if only 85,000 have died, what's, I guess, Michelle on Facebook says they still have it. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I just needed a Michelle to answer my question.
Or me. I mean, I kind of said it too.
You got-
Whatever.
And that's a fact.
You did.
Thank you.
I guess I just wasn't really thinking. I just was like, well, you're either going to die or you're going to recover, one or the other. There's no middle ground, but I guess there is a middle ground until you die or recover. So just something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm interested to see what will happen this weekend in Ohio with everything opening up slowly.
So the
Just don't know.
latest was what, May? Remind me.
This Friday,
Is going to be what?
saloons, barbershops, all that health, like the health, whatever places are opening up, and then also patios, restaurants with patios.
Oh, that's right.
can
That's
open
right.
up.
So
And then on the 21st, inside dining can open up.
that's going to be crazy. Are you planning on going out right away?
Well, I really want to get a haircut, so
I mean, well, yeah, we've already established that.
I have an appointment. I'm kind of nervous. I have an appointment Friday at 1. I'm gonna wear my mask and everything. I just hope that the barber's wearing like gloves or something.
I'm sure they'll have to.
Uh,
Wearing a mask and
Yeah, wearing a mask.
Yep.
But that's about all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait a week to see like what happens. Like if if everything jumps, then I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not gonna do anything.
Oh, you mean the
But if
numbers?
everything kind of. You said what?
The numbers, like the statistics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's just gonna be that person that or people who aren't gonna give a F and just go out and do whatever they want.
Yeah. I mean, people were doing that the whole time.
That's also a good point.
Yeah. So, sorry, I forgot about Podbean over there because I had my browser covering it. Rest Stops join us. Thank you. And Tony, live on Podbean.
Rest
This is the Chuck
Dude,
Jones
Rest Stop's consistent AF.
Yeah, I'm appreciate Rest Stop's patronage of the Chuck Jones Show, and it's a general talk show. Almost everybody asks when they first log in on Podbean, "What is this show about?" Which is, it's understandable, right? Good question. Yep, it's just a general talk show. Talk about whatever we want to talk about, whatever's in the news. If you're listening on Facebook or on YouTube, you can call us at 330-474-9833 if you want to talk to us. And speaking of talking to people, I've booked our first guest.
That's right.
I'm excited to announce that on May 27th, which is that's 2 weeks from tonight, I believe,
Yeah.
a filmmaker and producer, Kenny White from Florida, will be on the show. He has a horror movie debuting in September called The Night of the Wicked Clown. And you can go to nightofthewickedclown.com. Check that out. But he's going to come on the show, and it's going to be, I think it's a great first guest considering how much we do talk about movies and TV, even though this is a general talk show, and how much Steve is into movies, and you like horror movies, right?
Love horror movies.
I used to be a huge horror movie fan, not as much now, although I do like them. But yeah, Tony's wanting to call in on Podbean, so we'll give this a shot. Tony, welcome to the Chuck Jones Show.
Hello. How are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? For you going get a haircut, I think you should wait a bit and see how the safety measures are coming into play. I wouldn't jump right now going to do that.
Can you see his hair?
I don't see his hair.
Yeah, if you could see his hair, you might say might think differently. What do you think?
Very possible.
What do you think about that, Steve?
That's a good point. I'm a little skeptic too. I actually wanted to be the first person in. That way I don't have to follow anyone. But as soon as I checked the appointments, it was booked up from 9 to 12:30, so I had to get in there at 1. Yeah, I think I'll kind of play it by ear and see what's happening when I get there. If they're not wearing masks or gloves or anything, I'll probably walk out and reschedule.
I'm sure they'll have to.
Yeah.
How about you, Tony? Have you got a haircut recently?
No, I do it myself, honestly.
There you go.
Nice.
Steve just needs to learn the art of cutting his own hair.
I do.
Or make your wife do it.
or just shave it off.
There you go.
Shave your head.
Oh no.
Shave your head.
Perfect.
No.
Let your wife do it, and if she messes up the first time, just shave it, and then she can practice again the next time.
I don't know
Right?
about that. That sounds scary.
So, Tony, where are you calling in from tonight?
From Canada, Montreal.
Ah, Canada. Nice. Yeah, couldn't resist. How's the weather up there?
It was cold, but now it's getting hotter.
Yeah, we had the same thing. We're in Northeast Ohio, and it actually snowed the other day, which is ridiculous. It never snows
Well,
in
we
May.
had snow too.
Yeah.
It never snowed.
Really?
In May. Yes.
It's crazy. It's this year. It's 2020. It's just possessed. It's the year of the devil.
I don't know.
Something like that,
It's
right?
a weird year. It's a weird year.
Yeah, I feel like that at some point this year, because of the way this year's going, I believe David Koresh is definitely coming back from the dead, and that's really gonna throw everyone into a loop because it's David Koresh. So,
Scary.
yeah.
How's the situation in your part of in your end of the woods?
Well, to me, it hasn't been too bad from my point of view, but that's a good question. We've been in a quote unquote shelter in place for like a month and a half now, and it's supposed to start coming to an end here, like we were just mentioning this Friday, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Couple
Uh,
days.
Some places are allowed to open, and then some more places will be in the next week after that. So, yeah, it's been weird. It's been really weird. Like,
I want to ask you guys a question since I'm not American, but I see all these in the medias. I see all these people carrying guns to go buy ice cream. Why is it? What's with that? What do you need guns to go buy ice cream out of God's sakes? I mean, it's totally nuts. It's totally blows my mind.
well, we have really good ice cream. It's really good. So, I mean, sometimes you gotta be prepared to fight for your ice cream. No, I mean, I haven't seen that. Have you, Steve?
No, I've seen people who are always, trying to practice their rights and
Yeah.
walk around with guns and stuff.
It doesn't take much to get Americans to pull their guns out, but if that's something that's being portrayed in the media to you as a common thing, I don't believe that's common at all. I have not heard that or seen that anywhere. I saw a guy in a grocery store with a KKK hood on,
That's right.
but he was not armed. So yeah, we love our
No, but
guns.
that's in Canada. It was front page news over here that all the Americans were going out to buy ice cream with guns and bazookas. That's the impression. That's the impressions of what we're seeing up here.
And that's a fact.
Amazing.
I got to be honest with you.
I don't
That's
And
fine.
I'm seeing this, and all my friends are laughing. We're laughing. I said, this is crazy. Has America gone that crazy?
Yes. No, honestly, I have not seen that anywhere. I don't follow the news like crazy close, but I mean, I do follow it. So that hasn't been something that I've seen on the news. And who knows? I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm sure it did. And we've had a lot of I know I've seen a lot of protests at Capitol buildings in the States, and people showing up with firearms with them to protest, the lockdown and wanting to go back to work and all that stuff. But no, I haven't seen any guns to buy ice cream.
I agree for people to go back to work, but it has to be done safely, not
Right.
like rapidly. Because if that happens, things are going to go out of control, and instead of getting better, it's going to get worse and worse and worse.
That's true. I don't think I think I agree 100%, but I don't think no matter what we do, I think there will still be a spike. There will be a slight increase once we start going back out.
That's I totally agree with you. And the problem with American or Canadian culture is that everybody is egocentric. And as far as other countries, which is more community oriented, I think they're better off winding the stuff, this kind of the virus off. I think that's my opinion, but I think like countries like Taiwan and there's also a state in India that got together, they worked hard, and they have no problems with the virus. I think we should follow those examples, and maybe it might work out. What's your take on that?
I agree with you to a certain extent. I believe some of those other countries had maybe some other aspects that helped with their lower numbers. Like I know India, for instance, because they've already had problems with malaria in their country. A lot of people there already take malaria medication, and it's warmer there. Blah blah blah. So, but I do agree that Canada, U.S., a lot of democratic nations, we are all more egocentric than, say, China or India, who are more not necessarily communism, but socially based. So it's like when this thing first started, I was like, there's no way they're going to make Americans stay home. Americans, if you start telling them what to do, I mean, you mentioned it as and it was kind of funny, but if you told Americans they couldn't have ice cream, they would get their guns and go get ice cream just because you told them they couldn't. So, yeah, but I do.
It's like acting like kindergarten kids,
Right.
and you need the president to be their teachers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It sounds crazy, but
I think there are some downfalls, and there are some prices that have to be paid when you have ultimate freedom. I mean, that's just human nature. So I guess you got to look at it like, well, what's the trade-off? It's a trade-off.
I think when the bells are gonna start ringing in people's heads is when they start losing somebody near them. If that doesn't happen, then people will not do anything and will go as life as nothing happened.
It's
But
true.
If people around them start dying, let me tell you, people are gonna wake up.
I agree 100%. And I don't know anybody that's died from it. I don't know if you guys have.
I know somebody that's died. Actually, two people I know that has died from it because they didn't listen to one of them didn't listen to the rules.
Yeah.
Because they invited people over for Easter, and the next thing you know, the grandmother went to the hospital. 2 days later, it was the grandfather. The kid got it, and last week the grandmother died.
That's too bad.
And
yep.
then they came and disinfected the house. They had like astronaut suits, and it was quite a scene.
Huh.
To clean up the house. I don't know if that goes on even in the States.
I don't know anyone who's died from it. I don't know anybody who's had it. So my wife knows a lot more people than I do. She claims to know some people who had relatives die from it, but I don't
died from it in the house or in nursing homes.
I believe it was in a hospital or a nursing home. So I don't know about the home thing. So yeah, I don't know what they would do if you say I got it. What if they come in your home and clean anything up? I don't know. I really don't know.
I think is the intelligent thing to do because we don't know how long this virus is gonna last in the home, and if you have people coming into the home, they might get it.
Right.
I don't. Because there's a lot of question marks about this thing.
I know
we don't know all the answers.
I know when it first started, and I believe it's still the same now. If you get it, or even if you test positive, even if you don't show symptoms, everyone that has come in contact with you has to be quarantined 14 days. So, if you had it, then no one should be coming into your home, and you shouldn't be going anywhere. So
that's it. Well, people don't do that.
Right.
There's a lot of people that came back from Florida, and God knows how many people infected here. They were going to stores. They were doing as life was nothing.
Right.
And because of people like that, a lot of people got infected, and a lot of people died.
Well,
because of their stupidities.
I know when it first started, it didn't seem real, and I don't think a lot of people thought it was real. And there's still a lot of people that don't think it's real. So,
so strange.
As I said, until it doesn't strike home, and they don't see people in body bags like they did in New York.
Right.
It's gonna strike home.
Well, I just hope that we aren't opening too soon. But the other big question is, what do? You can't tank the whole economy. You can't. You know what I mean? At some point, the cure is going to be worse than the disease. So
we have to adapt. We have to adapt living with it, and everybody has to do their own part.
That's true. I agree with that. I do believe
and
things.
I'm gonna have to stop working as an individual society. It's gonna have to be a community society, and everybody has to put their efforts into it. Whether it's government, whether it's state, when it's companies, everybody has to do their share. If somebody doesn't listen, then you know what? They should put them in prisons or in camps. That's what's gonna come out to.
Wow, that's spoken like a true Canadian. I'm kidding. Yeah. See, that's the thing here in America. It's like, I saw a meme today that said, quarantine means making people who are sick stay at home. Tyranny means arresting people who aren't sick for not staying at home. So that's how Americans look at it. So but
I think Americans should educate themselves and maybe not. Sorry, I didn't put the right words. I think people should get educated, and start doing the right things because people are gonna be losing lives. You're getting what I'm getting to.
I agree with you 100%, and unfortunately, I think sometimes we just have to learn the hard way. And I hope this isn't one of those cases.
If you guys are gonna learn the hard way, your economy is gonna sink. The whole thing is gonna sink.
It is. So we got another call coming in, Tony. I really appreciate you calling in.
No problem. And I wish you guys luck and stay safe. You know, you guys are our neighbors, and I hope you guys get out of it. You know, and
Thanks.
fine. You know.
Yep, same to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in,
You know,
Tony.
No problem.
Appreciate
Have a
it.
nice day.
You too,
And,
thank you.
know,
See you later.
please stay safe.
You too,
You and your
thanks.
families.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you.
And God bless America.
Yay! I love this guy. See ya. All right, who do we got on the line here?
Someone who doesn't say 37 goodbyes. Jesus Christ.
Jeez, it's the face of Dave or Dr. Brown.
Oh, no.
Or Dr. Brown, I'm not sure.
No, it's the face of Dave.
Okay.
It's the face of Dave.
'Cause you
Dr.
guys,
Brown's too nice. He wouldn't have called somebody out who was being kind to you.
well, yeah, he might have. He might have. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Well, he might have waited until he was further off the phone. I didn't know he was gone yet.
Um,
He was still saying goodbye.
so are we talking to Dave or Dave's kid? Because
Both.
I can't. I can't. Oh,
I was
listen,
just calling.
listen.
Say
It's a little
hello.
socialist. It's a little socialist.
Yes, hopefully.
How the hell are you? How the hell are you there, Dave?
I'm good. You still dying from COVID, or are your allergies okay?
I'm fine. I've actually haven't felt better in a long time. I'm off work every other week, and now see, is that his kid or is that Dave? I'm not sure. I can't tell.
That's my no, we're just taking a wonderful walk. All right, but I'm glad you're doing well. Just calling to say hello.
Well, thank you. How are you? How are you doing?
You know me, never better.
Never better.
Beautiful day out for the first time in like 3 years. It was 20 degrees yesterday and 70 degrees today.
Yep. That's the part of the country we live in, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's Dave with the weather.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's the face of Dave with the weather coming from Pittsburgh, PA.
Well, I'm gonna get going because my kids are being wild.
I appreciate you calling, Dave.
Oh,
Talk to you later.
All right, thanks.
look at that. Someone actually used the number.
I know we finally know that it works.
Clear quality call.
Yeah, not bad, not
Two
bad.
clear quality calls.
Not bad. It's a nightmare to mix at live because they're so different. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to take a quick break here. We're a little bit past our break time, but we'll be right back on the Chuck Jones Show.
And that's a fact.
All right, welcome back to the Chuck Jones Show. I am, take a guess who I am. I'm Chuck Jones.
Oh, Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones here with my co-host, Steve.
Hey.
And we are back live on Podbean, Facebook, and YouTube. I love all the interaction. It's hard to keep up with, but I love it. So
Makes the show fly by.
it does make it fly by. And so enough of that coronavirus crap. And I talked about we are going to have a guest in 2 weeks, Kenny White, filmmaker. Go to nightofthewickedclown.com. It's a horror movie. We are going to, hopefully, Steve and I attend a premiere. One of the premieres is at a film festival in Independence, Ohio, which is about 30 minutes north of Steve and I. And hopefully on September, I believe it's the 13th. I can't remember. I sent
Yeah, it was
you the
around
date.
there.
We're going to go check that out. And we might meet Kenny. He might be there, but he's going to be on the show.
Hey.
He'll be on the show in 2
Kenny
weeks.
Loggins.
Kenny White. And we'll have him back again on the show, probably like in late August or September, right before the premiere. So I thought it was pretty cool. He reached out to me. He was a big fan of the previous show that I hosted. So for those that say, nobody liked that show, blah. So before we play the Alexa game, let's talk a little bit about what we've been watching on TV with the quarantine going on. That's something a lot of people are talking about. I got Prime Video.
You got Prime Video
I
back.
got Prime Video back because my son, who is now officially a student, signed up for it, and he got 6
He's
months.
officially a student.
Officially a college student, technically, even though he's still in high school. But
Oh, he's doing the post whatever.
yeah, I don't understand how they do it these days. When I was a kid, you went to high school, and then you went, you graduated, you went to college. There was no
Went to the army,
college
went to the
before high
military.
school, right? Then you went in the military, or you worked in a factory till you died. So
Worked for Mr. Ford.
that's right. When I was, but now I guess. So anyway, he's got a student thing. So we got 6 months at least
Free.
of Prime, yeah, for free.
Gotcha.
So we'll see how it goes after that.
Those are the days, and also the yearly price is cheaper for students.
Yes, that too. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how much we still want to have it. There's so many streaming services now. It's crazy. I got Netflix. I got Hulu. I've been trying Philo, which I'm not that impressed with. I don't like. I'm going to drop it. Of course, I'm a YouTube TV fan during football season. Not paying $53 a month during the off season.
You have Disney Plus too, right?
I have Disney Plus, yes.
Right.
I have Apple TV,
Mandalorian.
but I only have that because they gave it to me free for a year. I'm not sure why, but
Throw it away.
they did. It's okay. It's okay. It's not standout
It
now.
is.
There's a new one starting on May 27th. Do you know what it is?
Let's see here. HBO Max.
HBO Max is starting on May 27th, and I got to tell you, it looks promising. They got a lot of good stuff on there that I'm actually excited about watching. I'm gonna at least try it out. It is more expensive than a lot of the other services at $15 a month, but they have exclusive rights to Doctor Who.
You're gonna be paying as much as you were paying for cable.
It's
soon.
well, during the football season, I'm pretty close to it because I'm 50 for YouTube TV, 12 for Netflix, another 12 for Hulu. So yeah, during football season. On the off season, no, it's not near as much. But
Would getting the Disney Plus package plan give you ESPN and stuff? Wouldn't that?
well,
work?
when that first came out, I was going to do that, but it's very complicated. First of all, the plan comes with the Hulu that has ads.
Right.
And I
yeah, that's why
really
you don't
couldn't.
like the Hulu with ads.
I really couldn't figure out how to get that without the ads. Even paying
You have
for
to
it.
pay more.
Even paying for it in the bundle, it wasn't there. So,
Oh really?
and I hate ads. I'm not paying for TV and then watching commercials. I don't mind if I have to fast forward through them. You
did it for cable all those years.
Right. And I didn't. I mean, that back then that was all there was. There wasn't any other choice. But at least you could.
True.
And the one thing that cable had going that some of the streaming services don't is cable had a DVR, and you could fast forward through any commercials because it just
True.
recorded the show. A lot of streaming services now limit what you can fast forward through depending on, I guess, the TV channel or the station or whatever, who owns it. Like Philo. Actually, Philo has a lot of channels of live TV for a pretty cheap price for $20, but half the shows, more than half, you can't fast forward the commercials. And I'm like, it's literally like, I feel like it's such a first world, spoiled, rotten problem. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do for this minute and 25 seconds? Just sit here and look at this stupid commercial? And the bad thing about streaming service commercials is they play the same commercials over and over
Yep.
and over. At least on the the standard old cable, you got a lot of different commercials to watch. But anyway,
Right. Yeah, I got mad at Hulu because they kept playing the Peloton ad. And I was like, man, I guess they really want me to get in shape.
right? Yeah.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try. Would you think about trying HBO Max? They're also gonna have Friends and a Friends reunion movie coming up.
Nope. That's an easy
Wow,
answer.
not even gonna think about it.
Nope.
Why not?
Because we have 2, which is more than enough.
So what do you have?
Well, we have 3. Hulu, regular with ads, Netflix, and Prime. We have 3.
Okay, and you've never did Disney yet, huh?
No, not yet.
See, I thought with all those superhero movies on there, you would have done that.
I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with if they're going to do any type of movie streaming things. Like the big one was Hamilton is going straight to Disney Plus. People are freaking out about that. I wonder if they're going to do that with any of their other movies or shows or something like that. Something that can entice me a little bit more. Like The Mandalorian doesn't call me to Disney like everyone was freaking out about. Um, but I haven't. There is a horror movie streaming service called Shudder. I thought about getting that.
How much is that?
I think it's typical price, like $10-15, something like that.
Yeah. See, Disney was only $7. I mean, that's
Right.
pretty cheap.
For now. They're gonna jump it up, just like the internet. I saw today that I have 100 megabytes per second.
Mhm.
Speak language. And when I first got this plan, 100 was like, whoa, that's a lot. And I got a letter in the mail that they have a $200 plan, and there's like a possibility to get like a $500 or what am I saying? 500 megabits per second.
It's like, where you going with this?
Sorry. And I'm like, I just got 100 megabits per second. Like, this is fast. But now there's already 200. There's 500.
Oh, they've always had those. They used to only be for business.
Oh,
And now
so
they're
unlock
opening
it
up.
too.
They're opening that stuff up for regular people, which
That's
is not.
crazy.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Yeah.
Well, the 200 is cheaper than my plan right now because it's on the promotion.
Right, but what happens
Like-
after the promotion?
Right after the year,
Yeah.
you probably jump up to like 100 some bucks.
Yeah, yeah. We pay more for the internet than I would like to, but really, it's to the point now where I have to have the internet. Is my life.
You need it.
It's our
Need it.
life. You know, there's so
Yeah.
much that we couldn't do, and yeah, I could jump ship to different providers and get that year cheaper, but I hate going through all that. And there's really only two choices where I'm at, you know, Spectrum or AT&T.
Mhm.
You know, which is
AT&T is poopy.
which they're terrible. I actually already had them, so.
hmm
And I don't count the price of internet in my TV price. People say, well, you got to have internet to have streaming. Well, I'm going to have internet whether I have the streaming. So,
Right, no matter what.
right.
There's so much we do online. It's like,
We couldn't play the Alexa game
nope.
if we didn't have the internet.
We can do the podcast.
We couldn't be doing the podcast right now without this internet. And I have what you have, the 110, the 100 up or 100 down. I can't remember what it is. It's 110.
Yeah.
It's enough. It wasn't
It
enough.
works.
It wasn't enough to go live on Twitter and my personal Facebook page at the same time. But who
Yeah, but
cares?
you have a lot of devices on yours.
Oh, it's ridiculous what I got set up here. It's ridiculous.
I'm smooth sailing.
I don't
As a
have,
professional streamer, I'm smooth sailing.
as a professional podcaster, I have way more than I need,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and
You
I'm
got a
always
supercomputer.
trying to make it better. And but I think I've plateaued.
That's good.
You know,
You need a break.
I went too far with trying to do Twitter and my personal page at the same time, using just too much. So I'm back to. I like what we're doing now. I like YouTube. I shouldn't have done the thing with trying to put you on there. Screwed it up. Now I can't even comment. Or it says Leroy and Earl.
God. Just switch
Screwed it.
accounts.
Screwed it up. You screwed it up, Steve. So all right, let's play the Alexa game, and this is going to be fun because Steve doesn't have his Alexa there. So what
I
I'm,
have it. It's not plugged in.
it's not plugged in. But what we're going to do is we're going to use mine, and I'm going to turn up my studio monitor when it's his turn. Yeah, we can see it, Steve. It doesn't do us any good. There's no audio cable plugged into your soundboard. So
Well,
how the Alexa game goes is I have a random word generator on here that you hit the button and it brings up a random word. So I have to ask Alexa a question to try and get it to say that word, and then if I can't, then it's Steve's turn, and then we keep track of the points. And I'm gonna write it down here. This is me, and then Steve.
Whoa.
Sorry, just because you're gonna lose. So
Might
All
as well
right.
just give me 10 points right now.
okay, you want me to spot you 10? Is that what you're saying?
No, you just might as well give me 10 points.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to do that. So we're not. Okay, this is going to be tough. So I'm going to go first, and the random word that's generated is cereal. So now I'm going to try and get Alexa to say cereal. Alexa, what is Lucky Charms?
Lucky Charms is an American brand of cereal produced
Yes,
by the
I
General
got
Mills
points
Food
right
Company
out of the
since
gate.
1964. The cereal
Dang.
consists of toasted oat pieces in multicolored marshmallow shapes.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
The
shut
label
up,
features
Alexa,
a leprechaun mascot.
Stop.
Kill yourself.
Okay, so now the way we got to do this with Steve is I'm going to have to get you
Give
another
me
word.
cereal.
Here's your another
Give me
word.
cereal.
This is pretty easy. Your word is text. Text. So when I point to you, you're going to go, okay? Because I have to turn my mic down and then turn up the studio monitor so that Alexa can hear you. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Alexa, what is another word for a SMS message?
No messages from today. For earlier ones, go to the Alexa app.
Kill yourself.
Okay, now it's my turn. I can steal if I can get Alexa to say
You can't.
text. All right, let me think. I get a few seconds to think about it. That was good. I thought you were going to get that.
Yeah,
I thought for sure. I keep thinking of things to ask, but it has the word text in it, which you can't use the word in it. Okay, here we go. Alexa, what other options do I have other than using a phone call?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
All right, so I lose. All right, new word for
So I get a
Steve.
point for that, right?
No, nobody gets a point. You don't get a point. I hope you're happy, Michelle and Anchor. We're playing the Alexa game.
How dare you?
Oh, wrong one. I need to get an Alexa game theme. You know what I mean? The Alexa game.
I got it.
You got it?
Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba.
The Alexa game.
Ba-da-ba,
All right. And your word.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Are you challenging me?
Okay, Steve.
Do you know that song?
It sounded like a game show song.
Yeah, which one?
I don't. The Price is Right?
Hell no.
Wheel of Fortune?
What? There we go.
Oh, wow. It's right there. It's not.
I had it pretty good.
Yeah, you
I
did.
hummed it pretty good.
So that's not The Price is Right. It's not
Nope.
Wheel of Fortune. It's
Steve Harvey.
Family Feud?
Yep.
Oh, huh. I didn't recognize that as Family Feud. I definitely recognize this. Yeah. You would think as many times as many clips as I watched at lunchtime.
I know, right?
And that's a
I
fact.
forgot about that.
Okay, all right. And continuing with the Alexa game, Steve,
Yeah,
your word is incredible. So here's how we're going to do this. You just tell me when you're ready, because you might need to think about it for a second. So whenever you're ready, say go, and I'll turn the volume up on my monitors and down on my mic. Do 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 do
Mm.
do 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 do.
Alexa. Oh, wait, I'm ready.
You got to tell me you're ready. Okay, go ahead.
Alexa, name the Disney movie with a family that had superpowers.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. It's tough because you have an idea in your head of how you want to ask the question, and then when you start asking, I'm not saying you, I'm saying even me too. When you start asking the question, then all of a sudden you're like going down a rabbit hole. Okay. For the steal, incredible. See, now you got me thinking about that movie, and that's not a good way to go. I need to think of something else. Alexa, what is another word for amazing?
Synonyms for amazing meaning astonishing include unbelievable, fascinating, or surprising.
Dang.
Surprising.
That was surprising. All right, so no one's won that round, so now it's back to me. And
I get another point.
You don't get any points. It's 1-0. And my word is sign. Sign.
Sign everywhere. Sign.
You see, you just gave me a hint, so I don't know if that
You don't
was
know the
good.
name of that song, so
I
it's
do,
okay.
I do. It's signs. Who's it by?
Hootie and the Blowfish.
It's It's by Tesla.
And that's a fact.
Okay, sign. All right, this probably ain't going to work, but I'm going to try it. Alexa, what are the things on the side of the road called that tell us where to go?
Here's something I found on the web. According to pressreader.com. But in this particular matter where a legal landmine has been buried against hasty movement, the right thing to do is to err on the side of caution.
A landmine. All right, so I lost that one. Steve, you can steal it and tie it up. Let me know
Easy.
when you're ready. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Alexa, name the M. Night Shyamalan movie with Bruce Willis.
I know about 9 M. Night Shyamalan Bruce Willis movies including The Sixth Sense, Split, Unbreakable, Glass, and 5 more.
Oh, wait, he
5
wasn't
more.
in Signs.
I was just say he was in the movie called Unbreakable. I thought you were thinking of Incredible. Like I thought you forgot the word.
Which movie was Signs? Who was in Signs?
I don't even remember that movie.
Oh, I'm not a movie reviewer anymore.
Michelle just said, "What the f? LMFAO." She's laughing at you, Steve. You were not good at. Michelle on
Who's
Facebook
the
said
main
Mel
guy?
Gibson. Mel Gibson was in Signs.
Mel Gibson.
See, Michelle's know everything. What is it about Michelle's? Wow. All right, so I don't know whose turn it is, but I'm going to give it over to you. I
All
don't
right,
know.
give me 1
So
point,
we're not giving you any points, but are going to give you a new word. And here's your word. You ready for your word?
So 2-1.
It's 1-0, Chuck. And we're running out of time. So your word is cancer. Let me know when you're ready.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
At chuckjonesshow.com. You ready? Go.
Excuse me, ready. Alexa, what disease can I get from smoking?
Here's something I found on reference.com. Smoking causes cancers.
All
such as
right,
lung
you
and
got
colon
it.
cancer,
Steve
and
gets a
cardiovascular
point.
diseases, such as
Steve
stroke,
gets a
and
point, baby.
heart
Yes.
disease.
Congratulations.
It also
You're a
causes
failure.
respiratory diseases such as emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and chronic obstructive pulmonary
Alexa,
disease.
stop.
Kill.
Okay. All right. It's a 1-1. Now we're going to have a grudge match. We've got to solve this. So it would be my word, right? Am I correct? Because you had that one. My word is eye, as in eyeball. EYE. This should be simple. When I first saw the
Easy.
word, I'm like, this has got to be easy. But now I'm drawing a blank. Let me think.
Yep. Think about Mel Gibson.
All right, I'm going to try this one. Alexa, what is a popular song by the band Survivor? I should have talked into the mic.
Here are some famous songs by Amazon Music streams by Survivor. Is This Love, which had 10,526 recent streams on Amazon Music. Burning Heart at 87,437 recent streams on Amazon Music. And Eye of the Tiger at
Yes.
1,228,796
Alexa,
recent streams.
stop.
Kill.
All right, Steve. This is it. This is
Easy.
it. It's
4-2, right?
it's 2-1 me. And we are at 53 minutes in the show. So we got about 10 minutes left.
That math doesn't sound correct.
It
but
doesn't.
okay.
Well, we always go a few minutes over. There's a little buffer. There's a buffer. So we got 7 minutes with a buffer, okay?
Yeah, buffer.
Here's your word, Steve, to tie it up. Knife. Do you need it spelled or used in a sentence?
No.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alexa.
You got to tell
ready.
me. Okay, go.
Alexa, name common utensils in a kitchen.
Say that again?
Oh, did we rule on this before? That if she asked that? I would say yes, you can say it again. So go ahead.
Alexa, name common utensils in a kitchen.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Ooh, that's a bong. That is a bong.
Congratulations. You're a failure.
Because When she asks you to say it again, that's one thing. But so now if I win this, I'm the winner. It's over. If I don't get it, you...
Don't know how you can win when it's 4-2.
It's 2-1. Right there. It's 2-1. Okay?
Okay.
Knife.
Cut my knife in two
Two pieces. Alexa, what... Okay, hold on. I just okay. I had the question in my head, but it made me laugh, which is not funny. It's not funny. It's not.
Oh,
funny.
you're laughing at me.
No, I'm laughing at what I'm trying to say.
Sad.
Okay, here we go. Alexa, what did O.J. Simpson kill his wife with?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Radiotimes.com, the former NFL player and actor, now 67, was accused of murdering his ex-wife Nicole Simpson and waiter Ronald Goldman.
Oh, man.
Man, he's 67 now.
Yeah. All right. This is a chance for you to tie it up, Steve. Are you ready for your word?
Yeah, it's what, 2-2 now?
It's still 2-1 me. This is your chance to tie it up. And I'm going to have to say, well, we'll see. We'll see if you want to keep playing.
Okay.
Your word is prediction. Would you like it spelled or used in a sentence? Prediction. And when you're ready, say ready, not Alexa, because she can't hear you until I turn up the studio monitor.
Prediction.
Prediction. This seems tough. Anchor says OJ was acquitted. I understand. OJ didn't do it.
I have no idea, bruh.
That's a tough one.
All right, ready.
He's ready. Go.
Alexa, give me another name. No, fuck.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay, wow. I'm going to give you another chance if you want to try that one again.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Alexa, give me another word for guess.
Synonyms for guess meaning belief, speculation, include presumption, conjecture, or inference. For the meaning try to figure out, imagine. Some synonyms include speculate, divine, or calculate.
Close. You were close. Oh, close, but no cigar. No cigar for you.
No, I'm pissed.
Congratulations. You're a failure.
So, do you want to give up? Do you want to call it quits, or do you want?
Well, you have to try it, right?
Do you want a
And then
sudden
we're
death
done.
round? I could try
Would
it.
you-
I could try it to steal, but I'm already winning. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I just want to see you do it, and then we're done.
Okay, let me think about it then.
I want to see you do a terrible job like I did. I got another confession to make.
Okay, Alexa, what was the book 1984 about?
Newspeak is a fictional, not real, language that appears in the book 1984. It is the official language of Oceania. At the end of his book, George Orwell described Newspeak.
Congratulations.
That was terrible.
You're a failure.
All right, well, I still win.
Correct.
Yes.
That was what, 5-3, me?
2-1. I win the Alexa game. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the Alexa game. It is pretty fun, don't you think?
Yeah, I won.
And I think you know what? You're such a sore loser. You're such a sore loser.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
So, yeah, I think we pulled it off pretty good with the old studio monitor and you not having your thing hooked up. So that was the Alexa game. We'll play that again sometime soon.
That's a good game.
We also need to play Google Feud again
Yes.
someday soon.
And steakhouse or
Gay bar. Do you have more of those?
I have a plethora.
Yeah. Well, we should play that again soon. Michelle said,
And I'm sure you forgot any of the ones from last time too. So
I did, but I would probably remember them. Remember them when you said them. So I did not want to do the show tonight. Every night, every week, and it's been the same for me ever since I started podcasting in 2014. I love doing it. When it comes time to do it and get ready, I don't feel like doing it. but I do it because I love Michelle and Anchor and the other Michelle and Gloria, and I love Rest Stop and Tony and everyone who listens to this show. I appreciate you listening. Go to
I'm
Chuck,
glad I'm a part of this.
and you are a part of it.
You didn't say like you
But you're-
appreciate me too.
I appreciate you co-hosting the show, even though you
All
give
right,
me a
thanks,
hard time.
Thanks.
You give me a hard time a lot.
I feel better now.
Yeah. Do you?
It's gonna be a new and improved Steve next week, baby.
What's going to be new and improved? A haircut?
A possible haircut.
Possible haircut. Yeah, you be a little bit easier on the eyes, I guess.
Thank you.
You're starting to look a lot like Richard Pryor in his early days.
Crazy thing is my hair isn't picked out all the way. It's all
You got it.
I'm not
You
caring about it, so it's all squished in.
You should have picked it out as much as you could. Just
It'll be a lot bigger.
yeah.
It's longer than what it looks now.
So you're planning on going when?
Friday at 1.
Friday at 1:00. You have an appointment.
But
Huh?
if it looks Sketch City, I don't know.
Sketch City. Well, you know what?
Like,
Here's the thing. If you go in and just, you're going to have to wear a mask anyway, so you're going to have your mask on. That's one thing I keep thinking too, this whole social distancing thing. Isn't that kind of eliminated with the mask? You know what I mean?
like
Because
not wearing the mask because you're social distancing.
no, if you have a mask on, do you still need to stay 6 feet away from someone? Even if only one of you,
imagine so.
even if only one person has the mask on, you know what I'm saying, that person should be safe. But anyway,
Tough call.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've gone to the grocery store twice since this started. Both times I wore my mask. No big,
Yeah, I'm
no
the
big,
same.
no big deal. No big deal. Got to wear it at work now. Anytime I leave my office, got to put it on.
True.
So I've taken it on and off like 50 times a day. Every time I step out of my office, I got to have that mask on, even if I'm just going
Right.
to the bathroom or down to the microwave to reheat my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So
Keep it on.
yeah. So, but anyway, I was saying I don't like tonight. I got home and I have to cut the grass, and I'm like, because it's been the weather's been so nasty. The grass needs cut real bad, and it's going to start raining tomorrow and rain for 5 days straight. So I had got the grass cut real quick, and then I got everything ready, and it's been great. It's been fun. I don't know why I'm saying all this. I guess
Productive day.
I'm just pouring my heart out. I'm just saying. Sometimes it just seems like just spinning my wheels doing these podcasts, but it's fun. And
Yeah, it's fun.
it's way more fun now that we have this live thing going on. People can call in. 2 calls tonight.
2
Great
calls
show.
today. That's
2
a record.
calls. And somebody finally called us at 330-474-9833.
Good man.
Anchor
face to
hates the
do.
mask. I have sneezed in my mask like twice, and it's disgusting. Well, I mean, Anchor, you're going to sneeze. Take the mask off. Jeez. Is it that hard?
Yeah, but then it's spreading.
True. And I have not sneezed in my mask yet, so I probably shouldn't talk. I'm sorry, Anchor. Forgive me. Speaking of Anchor, if you listen to this show on Anchor, we get money, and we're up to $1.06.
Yeah.
Yes, can you believe it? $1.06.
I made $10 last night playing video games.
Really? Did you?
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Someone tipped me $10.
So you're finally a pro gamer.
That's why I said professional gamer.
Yeah, nice. So now you're a pro gamer. Well, you're not a pro podcaster because I'm not giving you any money, but technically you're on a pro podcast because
True.
I get money for this. Very little. But if you would like to give more money,
And
you
once again, asking for your financial
who
support.
clicked that button? You can go to chuckjoneshow.com and listen to the show, download the show, all that stuff. And you can also donate, and you can go over to Anchor and also donate a monthly amount. If you're listening like Michelle and Anchor, please don't ever feel like you have to do that because your listenership is worth more than money. Now, everyone else, pony up. So anyway, Steve, any parting thoughts for this week?
Always remember that milk was delivered by a man.
Deep. That was deep. Sexist, but deep. You've been listening to The Chuck Jones Show. Go to chuckjoneshow.com to listen, download, stream, and subscribe. This podcast is available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Chuck Jones Show. We're live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in the United States. You can join us on the Podbean app. Until next time, adios, amigos. Guess what, Steve?
What?
I get an extra day off this coming up because of Memorial Day.
I noticed the first time everything came out.
Yeah, I get an extra day off, and I don't usually talk right after the intro there. So, all right, we'll see you guys next week.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
All right. Thanks for listening on Facebook, Gloria and Michelle. Another great Michelle in this world. Thanks for all your info. Talk to you next week. Sorry about the volume issues. I'll see what I can do about it. See ya. And once again, thanks to Michelle and Anchor for listening on YouTube. And we will see you next week. And thanks for